Hey, welcome, Blue Fleet, welcome. Hi there, Hades. For some reason, my test YouTube chat has suddenly pinged up. Probably, I sent it earlier when I was just trying to make sure the cache was working. Obviously, the cache is working. It's just kind of worked outside of what I expected it to. It's very silly. Hi, welcome. This is going to be the first Ace Attorney stream on the new setup, so I'm kind of hoping we might see some folk coming from YouTube today. We'll see. You know, we'll see. The thing is, my YouTube has not really been used for streaming in months now. Like, the last few streams we've done on it have been the first live streams since maybe, I think, March. I did an FTL stream to try and lure Noir Vesper in, just to see if I could tempt him into comment, and it didn't work. It didn't work. Vesper did not show up. I like to think he's one of the people who's seen the video and then he's just like, oh, look at this idiot, he can't play FTL. What's he doing? What's he doing relying on his crystal ship, you silly boy? You silly Glaucus, what are you doing? No, he's still doing good. I think that the artist formerly known as Vesper is doing a model re-debut tonight. So I mean, there's every, oh for God's sake, my raid doc detector. Hang on a minute. Except the cookies there. Right, there we go. Yeah, my raid doc would show if he's up, but I mean, if he's got like a model re-debut, you never know. We might actually have the courage to raid into him later. But anyway, we are playing Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations tonight for our sins. Hey, Ara, welcome. Oh, hi there, Rin. It is the attorney, yes. The attorney who may or may not be good. I can't make any promises, I'm afraid. I make no promises whatsoever. We are just about to go to the first day's trial of Recipe for Turnabout. Now, I'm pretty sure that the French guy did it. So, you've only seen the first game. Ah, okay. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. The second game, not so much. The third game has kind of pulled it back a bit just because it accurately shows what French people are like. I know that Ara's going to throw something in my head for that, but yeah. Yeah, as a British person, watching French people get portrayed as I imagine them in my head is very satisfying. So, we are on January the 7th, 948, District Court Defendant Lobby, number 1. Ow! Ah! I'm getting bullied! Ah! No!
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh?
Ow! Ow!
But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor.
Is this Gumshoe? Maggey! It is Gumshoe!
Ah! Detective Gumshoe!
Are you doing alright? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask Guy the questions, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggey, and don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger!
And you? Yeah? You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, yeah? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. Wow. Gumshoe is, like, on it. YouTube and Twitch interacting. This is a wholesome moment. This is exactly why I've set my chats up like this. So, like, you guys can, like, speak to each other across the different platforms. Excellent. We love to see it. Perfect way of communication. Exactly. I think he's serious.
Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right?
Yup. Oh, don't throw things at me. No.
So you'll be able to help Maggey out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm going to be first witness on stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming our united front today. Ow! Today, pal. That was literally the flagship.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir.
Ah! Ow! Ah!
I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you.
Looks like, ow! You should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? You're just fishing for Rick Astley, aren't you? I could only wish. Okay, 10 AM, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggey Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. That boy, he has a glug. It's never going to get you down. This has been enjoyable collaboration. Oh, God. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenixwright is back with us now, is he? Trusty? So, Mr. Goddo, your opening statement, please.
Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we'll find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenixwright.
I wasn't questioning whether you're Phoenixwright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out.
There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Do you think Phoenix slept with his wife? Did Phoenix sleep with Goddo's wife? I wonder. He didn't. Okay. Did he want to? Yeah, did he want to? Wait, or if Goddo was in the hospital in like a coma or something, wasn't he? I'm sure they mentioned that he just got out of the hospital or something. Do you think that Phoenix maybe watched Evangelion and Goddo? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh! Did he Shinji the unconscious Goddo? Oh, that's horrible. Rin, I'm glad that you know what's going on, because I don't. I've only got my mad theories to go on at this point. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Goddo, please summon your first witness. We'll have to wait until later. Oh, Gummers looks sad.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we?
You're the prosecutor. Ah, touché.
Witness, state your name for the court.
Oh, sorry, sir. The name is Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Gumfuck, what are you doing?
Other way around, detective.
Sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Ah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake.
Goddo for real. Yeah.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elk. He was a professional programmer. See, I find this hard to believe, because Glenn Elk was not wearing a skirt, he was wearing jeans, and he also presumably did not have programmer socks on. I don't think he's a programmer, I think he's a fake. He's not even dead. He's a fake victim. He's not even dead. He's alive. Even though we've seen his corpse. Not a real programmer. No, exactly. He was on the payroll of Bruce Green's Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Ooh. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 PM. Okay, understood. And here are floor plans at restaurant. In before it gets updated. Yeah, let's update the autopsy report like right now. Let's update it. Objecting on myself. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the For the waitress.
The waitress being the accused?
Ah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, toner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
Okay, so we've got the floor plans. I could go for a coffee right now, I tell you what. Cyanide isn't a peaceful way to go. Yeah, I've heard. Like, cyanide, I don't think it would kill you instantly, like the game's making out, but like it would still kill you pretty quickly. You know, it would kill you quick enough because you wouldn't get any oxygen. You wouldn't get any oxygen. The only way that you can survive cyanide poisoning is if Jean-Michel Jarre is in the room, because he'll just sit there going, just supplying you with oxygen. How are these Jean-Michel Jarre jokes working for you, Ara? Any good? Are you impressed that I know who Jean-Michel Jarre is?
Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defender's coffin shut with your own 2 hands.
Hey, nice. I own a copy of Oxygen. It's one of my favourite synth albums, actually. I need to explore his other stuff, but like Oxygen is really good. Like I know I dunk on the French a lot, but Oxygen is a fucking great set of compositions. Really, really, really good. And actually, I'm just going on a slight tangent here, but if you were to come to the UK and go to like an arcade with, grabber machines, almost every grabber machine in the 90s, at least, had Oxygen 4 as the the background music they would play. I don't know why. They just did.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. Okay, incident.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenelg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive.
Glenelg is just a palindrome.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
Ah, okay, I didn't notice that. I don't know how I didn't notice that, but yeah, you're right, it is a palindrome.
Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
I think Goddo's got a crush.
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you that wasn't me. Glenelg is also a real name. Hey, Cyber, welcome. It sounds like... Glenelg sounds like it would be a Scottish name. Like, to my experience, anyway. Alright. So, I need to keep... Actually, no, you know what? I can go for the achievement another time. Like, after we're done with this case, I'll just do the achievement off stream. Hopefully it'll be nice and easy, but, apparently the achievement for this case is kind of a pain to get, so I'll do it, like, separately off stream. So, hold it. Can I stop you for just a minute?
What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Ah, that's what she said.
Objection!
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey!
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. Their 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
Give me 1 sec, chat. What's happening there? Ah, there we go. Nice. Sweet! Okay. What should I do? Should I press on this button a little harder or not? Press harder? I'm going to press harder on the strings of my mouse, sir. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed it. Perhaps their view of the victim's table is obscured in some way.
Ah, that argument is weak as the coffee at Turnabout tried. I have here in my possession a ticket
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yeah, I want my ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendants.
Okay.
This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
That's the wrong voice, that's the judge, sorry.
This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Tribe, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Hold on. So, what if, I'm going out on an absolute limb here, what if everyone saw the second person? And have you ever seen in like D&D, there's a joke about orc rogues, right? The joke about orc rogues is that orc rogues can't sneak. But what orc rogues do is they roll intimidation, right? They roll intimidation, and it's like, you didn't see me, did you, Mr. Town Guard? And the Town Guard is so shit scared, he's like, no, sir, I didn't see you, sir. What if that's going on here? Like, what if the other person at the table is in on this, and they've basically got everyone else doing what they say, or like they're calling the shots or something. He hasn't assaulted anyone so far. He's thrown coffee on my face.
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
Okay. Puts all of his points into intimidation and bluff. Yeah. So he's listening to the radio. Hold it. He was listening to his radio, you say? Hey, Andy, welcome. Thanks for the 100 bits, man. Ah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggey told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. Ow! Blesses me with 100 bits and then throws a flagship into my face. The duality of chat. Okay. Ah, it's Rick! Oh no. And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
How should I know?
Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. Rick Astley with the silent P. What? Rick Pastley? This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison, how it was used?
Hold it. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else?
Not sure I get you, pal.
Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Ooh.
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Tribe?
Sometimes.
No, I don't. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
Oh my god, he's just like me for real. Like, have I told you guys how I take my coffee? In my 800ml mug? Have I ever told you guys how I take my coffee? I take my coffee 4 tablespoons black, no sugar. Yeah. And I have about 5 or 6 of that a day. 800 mils worth, so about almost 5 litres of coffee that strong per day. It's no wonder that all of my farts come straight from hell and that you're already dead if you notice the smell.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press this button a little harder? Yeah, do it. I'm going to get caffeine overdose someday. Well, I'm a lawyer. It's the fate of all of us, you know. I mean, I already have to wear, like, specialist equipment over my eyes if I go into the office. Because of my brain injury, I have to wear yellow gamer glasses if I'm in the office, because otherwise my eyes can't cope with it. So really, me and Goddo are just, like, you know, besties. You know, he just like me. He just like me. Okay. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
What do you mean?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is that the victim ever drank anything? He's fucking dead.
Oh, yeah.
He's literally dead.
In the case you're wondering, the last objection was for the detective there.
For me.
A lawyer's fate was to be decided by sue, grab it, and run. Not quite. It's normally decided by heart attack, stress-induced meltdown, or sometimes occasionally stabbing. It's kind of the fate we all have to live with. You know, we live with the hand we're dealt with, right?
Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir.
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
This.
Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns?
Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup.
Yeah, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim.
Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this.
He's just chugging it.
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and defendants.
Okay. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. I mean, it makes sense. Maggie's fingerprints on that makes sense. She's the waitress. She's brought the cup over. And it makes sense for her fingerprints to be on the saucer as well. So yeah, we don't have any issue with that. Okay, no issue there.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
What we found is potassium cyanide. Get pressed, Gumshoe. Potassium cyanide, I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history.
How much is too much?
A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off.
0.2 grams? How much is that?
You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much.
Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Oh, shut up, Phoenix! I want to lose this case now. Don't ever mug Gumfuck off. You fucking lawyer.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere.
Get pressed, Gumshoe. Some kind of emotive.
Ah, but if you ask me, it's been blown out of proportion.
Objection! We're not asking you, Gumshoe.
You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
I don't get it.
I'm saying, we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to choke you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
She was, they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from scene at crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Okay.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Then, is it possible Maggey stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press this button a little harder or not? You know what? I'm gonna press. I'm gonna press. Press harder. Dunk! Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared no implicates my client.
Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search. A defendant.
What? Maggey!
Order! Order!
Ah, she's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. I would love to win $500,000. I would love to win that much money. It would solve a lot of problems very quickly. And I mean, I could do some nice stuff as well, for a change.
This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately.
That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score.
There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggey is starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court was ruled guilty once already.
I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggey? This is the apron that the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... can't be blood, can it?
Ha! It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
Coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Can Goddo even see red? Like, his visor is red. Is red, like, not a visible colour to him? Is that why he's seen the coffee stain first? Is like, does he struggle to... is he, like, partially colourblind for red or something?
Of course. The coffee stain is the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Something else? I presume you mean...
Of course. I'm referring to the pocket.
The pocket?
A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison. In Maggie's pocket? Ah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. Goodbye, she's guilty. Alright, chat, Maggie's guilty, so, you know, goodbye, that's the end of the stream. We've lost the trial, goodbye. Could you imagine? No. It's not looking good for her, is it? I just realised what my stinger coming back onto the live screen didn't trigger. It just snaps straight back to the live screen, which is a bit weird. Alright.
Order! The court will accept these items into evidence.
Okay.
Right. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Goddo. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood colour stain is smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain.
You don't need to be told, just look at it.
Well, Detective, could this stain really be blood?
No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Sips coffee. Hi, Hart. Welcome. Ketchup? She must have gotten some in her apron while taking some of their breakfast that day. This is actually foreshadowing. Oh, he can't see red. So I was right. He can't see red. Interesting. Sips ketchup. That's no right to be as funny as it is.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe.
Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness.
Oh! Alright.
Oh, I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established.
Well, Trike, it seems you really are a phony after all.
Oh, you really know how to drive a man nuts.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene, the findings of investigation there.
You have a sibling that eats ketchup with almost everything. Yo, same. Same. My sister-in-law has ketchup with every single meal that isn't dessert. It's really fucked up. Like, even my wife would say, nah, that's kind of fucked up, sis. It wasn't mentioned, but this implicitly comes up in the previous case. Goddo didn't realise the stolen diamond wasn't red. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, it's starting to become a theme then with him, huh? Interesting.
The crime was reported at 2:25 PM by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Hello?
Poor Maggey had passed out from shock. Must have been real tough for her. You saw nothing. The victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured... Ow! We figured out who he was pretty quick and the investigation went smoothly. When Maggey was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer. Try. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So let the fun begin.
It's almost like Godot's testing us. It's like he's testing us. Right, we saved there. Because the way that he's talking makes it sound like the judge is going to pull another, like, instant death bullshit on us. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe.
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he yelled abuse at him and seeds. Seeds.
Ah, it was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess not even the mighty Godot couldn't avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Hold on. Time of death is between 1:30 and 2:30. Did they say... I'm sure that they said... I'm sure they said that he reports it at 2:25. I guess that still tracks, really, doesn't it? Hold it! Can you show us the legs again? How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggey was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she come to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. I would have loved to see Maggey asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional birdwatcher.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? Okay.
Okay. He didn't have any. Are you saying it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card in him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
58 cents?
Ah, I can't believe I found someone less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
I think I'm on...
Wait a sec. Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yeah?
Ah, basically.
In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Trebian.
We got victim's name from the medical records of the docs who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to him more? Ask about his health insurance. So the victim had no form of ID on him, correct?
Ah.
And yet, before arriving at the restaurant, he went to see a doctor. Which means he must have had his medical insurance card with him.
Oh, that is very true.
The fact it hasn't been found points to only one obvious conclusion. The victim's medical card was stolen. Is this like an American thing? Because this doesn't make very much sense to me, if I'm honest.
True, the victim didn't have a medical insurance card.
Just give me a sec, chat.
But why? Because Mr. Glen Elk didn't have medical insurance to begin with.
Oh, was he poor?
As I thought, a thoroughly miserable young man.
Excuse me, I just need to dab on some saps. There we go. Get dabbed on. Rip Glenn.
Or some kind of outlaw. Bit of an edge never hurt anyone. Looks like we're off course again, Nick.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Explain for the court the events following the preliminary investigation.
So let's try and press on this one again, huh? So let's see if we can get to the other dialogue. Do we get the extra data? Ask about the prescription bag. So what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Ah, completely empty. Completely empty. We got some extra stuff. Okay, good.
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective?
Okay. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Damn, that waitress uniform. She got legs for days. Ooh. Let's just move on before I get things thrown at me. I think that the coffee is starting to have a bit of a toll on me, though, to be honest, chat. Because, you know, like, I'm having to hit the mute button kind of frequently tonight. We got a lot of toots going on, I'm afraid, backstage.
Ah, you nailed it, pal.
Oh, dear.
It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got up, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, Detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Sorry.
So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
I don't think we can. Well, I'd love to if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
You know, thinking about, like, bodily functions and stuff. Armis is fucking crazy. Like, did you see there was a clip of Goldilocks? Normally you get all these corporate VTubers who are like, I need to go take an idle meeting. Yes, idle meeting. It's just like, nah, as soon as I'm finished streaming, I'm going to bust out the fattest shit this YouTube's ever fucking seen. It's just like, unfathomably based. Just the way that it was said as well. It's like, I don't give a shit what the manager's going to say. I'm just going to go for a massive fucking poo after the stream's done. Deal with it. Oh, no. Armis are pretty great. You know, I was a bit kind of, will anyone win me back after Vest left? It's like, no, yeah. Alright, fair enough, you know. Fair enough. I don't mind, you know, my cynicism being kind of disproven once in a while. Okay. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Ah, interesting. It's true those two items were accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh, yeah. The one that restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
And they're just going to let him get away with it.
It was just $1, detective.
Well, I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true. But Maggey and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb, they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. Oh, we actually do have... We have to present something then. Alright. Okay. Let's have a look at the court record. Ah! Perfect! We'll fuck Gumshoe with the magic truth rock. No, that's not. Let's not do that. Let's not start fucking around with this thing, right, chat? Let's not start doing that. Okay. What are we looking for? We're trying to work out what we need to. What do we need to present? We need to present something, I think. Actually, chat. A little bit of guidance would be appreciated. Am I looking for a press or a present? A press or a present? I think it's a present, but if you guys have any better ideas, then I am all ears right now. Oh, thank you, Cyber. You're kind to an old man. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. The lunch special was missing. Crime foe. So let's just have a look. So we've got the coffee cups there. Saucer is not. I can't see the saucer. Okay, so we need to present something. I can't see the saucer, but the cup is there. It's feasible that the saucer's underneath Glenn, right? So he's just straight up fucking dead. The lottery tickets are there. Okay. Is it... I kind of feel like the medicine being missing is where we need to lead into, because the bag is empty. Where's his prescription? If he's only just got this from the doctor, there's nothing else missing from the crime scene. It feels too obvious. That's the problem. Like, I'm trapping myself in my brain when I'm thinking something's too obvious. I'll try and present it. I'll try and present this and see where this goes to. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally! Don't look so excited about that, Gummers. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trebienne. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You're too cool, pal! What? Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Actually, yeah, I mean, I suppose it could have been. Like, let's try and turn this about in our brains right now, chat. What if whoever the killer is has poisoned Glenn Elg with his own medicine bottle and then planted the cyanide inside Maggie's pocket and just, like, rubbed her fingers all over it? You know, maybe had a sniff of the legs. I mean, just shut up. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Gunno, what do you have to say to that? If you forget autopsies exist, yeah, why not? Well, the thing is, we know he was killed by potassium cyanide, right? So, the medicine not being there, like, we're not saying that his medicine killed him. What we're saying is that where his medicine will have come in some sort of bottle or a packet, right? So is it not feasible that someone could have swapped out his medicine, like, while he wasn't looking, or spiked his medicine with potassium cyanide? You know, I think there's a reasonable chance of something like that happening. You know, a little bait and switch, a little bit of sleight of hand, and I'll let you know. Ha! That's all. What?
Read for the court the name of the... Sorry, read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? We did see Salt Bay last stream. New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Otolaryngological. So hang on. So Glen Elg is under an ENT consultant. Understood.
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Gonno?
Ear infection, I guess.
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Earl found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
Okay, he ruptured his eardrum. How's he listening to the radio then?
Then what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
If you lace a topical cream with something like cyanide, when it's in direct contact with the bloodstream, actually that could kill you. I think we're onto something.
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes. Yeah, it could. The thing is, like, if you rupture your eardrum, right, your eardrum is full of blood vessels. So if you rupture your eardrum, there is now a tear in your eardrum. Your blood vessels are exposed. If you have topical cream going inside that, you have that cream in direct contact with an open wound, basically. So if potassium cyanide goes into that cream and you rub it around on the inside of your ear, it is going directly into your bloodstream. It's bypassing the stomach. It's going straight into your blood. It would actually act a lot quicker. Okay.
Yes, here it is in very, very fine print.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Trebian. Therefore, it'd be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
Someone's dog got free. Ah, that sucks. Well done for trying, Cyber. You know, that's more than a lot of people would have done. And I respect the fact you had a go at it. I hope that the dog is going to be okay.
It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No.
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
She's right.
I can't get away with a weak objection. What should I do?
I'm not sure if we should push this or not. Can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? The thing is, like, logically speaking, there is actually a reasonably good chance that if the potassium cyanide is a powder, right? If the potassium cyanide is a powder, if something has happened to that medication and it's been spiked, it could very well be very lethal. Push it. Only moments ago, Mr. Goddo made the following statement. It seems like Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at treatment. If that's the case, why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
Potassium cyanide is a powder, yeah. Now, the thing is, Aaron, look at it like this. Look at it like this. Let's say that you're baking a cake, right, and you want to sweeten the flour, you want to sweeten the dough mixture. Technically, dough mixture is almost like a cream, to begin with anyway. Dough mixture is almost like a cream to start with, and then as you mix it, it becomes much more solid. You put some sugar in that, right? That's a powder going into a creamy substance, right? Feasibly, you could do the same with the topical. You could mix something into the topical, and then it's now poisonous. So, yeah. So potentially, I think we're onto something. That doesn't change the fact it couldn't be found at the crime scene. You didn't remember to add water. Oof. That's the one thing you want to make sure that you don't forget to add. However insignificant it may seem, it's the lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. Objection. Came out looking like a crusty, shriveled ass.
You know as well as I do that medications are relevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. It tasted surprisingly good. You enjoyed the taste of crusty, shriveled ass. I mean, it's not for me to judge, man.
That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot?
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Best ass you ever ate. You know what? I respect the fact that you owned that. I respect the fact that I made a joke at your expense, and you just owned that joke and you made it your own. That is a very respectable trait. Quick swig of my wassa. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater.
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay, good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Right, we have that adjournment.
That was close.
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that?
Huh?
He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggey. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right?
Oh, it's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. It really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Poor Gumshoe. Oh, she's really cute when she's angry. She's really cute when she's angry. Oh. Kind of hot.
So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile scenes. I'm sure he'd like to projectile his scene over a waitress outfit. Hey-oh!
I bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know.
Hold on a minute, what's happened there? Strange. Okay.
Yeah, he's a big old grouch. You going to be able to handle him, Nick?
She's half my age. What? No, she's not. She's not half my age. Give over. She's not half my age. Fuck you. Fuck you, chap. Trying to tell me she's half my age. You don't even know how old I am. Yeah. No, she's not half my age. She's not half my... No, I'm not that old. Come on, give over. Come on. I'm the same age as Vess. I'm the same age as Vess, like, give or take a year or two. Like... Is there... Now, where's Gumshoe? Yeah, put it this way. I'm somewhere between Gumshoe and Armstrong in age. Alright? That's all you need to know on that point. Yeah, I can take whatever he throws me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Ah! Hi, Heart. Okay. Ancient? Fuck you. I'm not ancient. I'm young at heart. You're just heart at heart. You see what I mean there? Yeah.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggey Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer cut the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand?
He's got Kudo's got such an amazing theme.
Name an occupation, if you don't mind.
Name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land at rising sun. Honour and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? God, listen, young'un. How do you actually think of calling embroidery is here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe you can embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much in demand for that kind of thing here.
Wait, is this note supposed to be Japan?
So I'd take a job working the cash register at a burger joint pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds or a cup of Javachino. Seeds?
Is that a pastime activity? The toxicity of our city, What
do you think these are, huh? I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh yes, yeah, I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
And he's all nose. System of a Down references, yeah. I got them. I got those references that you so crave.
Sure, I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this.
Okay. You're about reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought me a Javachino, but she put something in it.
Oh. That don't look right. Is it just me, or is there a disconnect in the hairstyle? The hairstyle doesn't look right to me. Because look, Maggie's got vents on. Yeah, look at this. Maggey has got hair vents like off to the side, right, and then her hair goes down. Like her hair kind of flares out to the side, right. This person's hair does not. This person's hair is straight down into the spikes. There's no outward flare. Like, there should be outward flares here and here if that... That's not Maggey. That's not her. That is not her. That cannot be her. Someone else is dressed up in the waitress outfit, and I want to see their legs now as well, please.
Well, to one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain and then collapsed. That's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
She's been set up by someone. Someone is pretending to be her.
Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Yeah, you're as bad as the rest of them.
These newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, huh?
Newfangled?
All this talk of radios and glasses is wireless and spectacles, I tell you.
Excuse me?
Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. He's an angry boomer.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, Your Honour. What I witnessed. Okay. Oh, that's just what we've just gone through this bit. Alright, understood. Get pressed. So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg.
I wanted to know if Guts and Brawn retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you see it, you can see the victim. That means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, right?
Gah! I go to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember what table I was sitting at.
You mean you go there to either waitress? I mean, yeah, fair. I'd probably do the same thing if I was, like, old and pervy. But thankfully, I'm young and say so I don't. Aha! Okay. Ow! Mr. Kuda, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
And I saw what the serving girl put in the Javachino as well.
I better know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Your Honour, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure.
She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Hold it. Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy. She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that? Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
A bottle like this, perhaps.
Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear. Don't you?
Oof.
He took just one sip.
You young'uns, you waste everything. Us Jamchinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
I think that's what the guy did, by the sound of it. He just ate the coffee and died. Congratulations. You have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom.
So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that's possible.
Oh yes, it's not done without much as a twitch.
Yeah, the connotation back in the early thousands was probably a little bit different to how the connotation would be now for that word. Like, they're leaning towards batshit crazy, right? Not battiest as in, you know, like, insults that British teenagers would fling around. Yeah. I know that you said before that the translation for this game is maybe not quite so up to modern standards. This is one of those moments, I think. They mean batshit crazy. They don't mean like slurs or anything like that. Which is good, because I'd be quite uncomfortable with that, if I'm completely honest. You know, suddenly Phoenix is like being a real shithead about the old man. I don't think I'd stand that very much.
A full Java Gino I just drank turned sour in my stomach.
It means something else in Britain. It can do, mostly in inner city slang. It's a very insulting term over here, which generally means someone who... a man who prefers the company of men. And to put that in more modern terms, you know, a gay guy. It's an insulting term that is used to reference gay guys. And, you know, it's not a term that you'd want to be using. You know, it's one of those terms that if you use that term, you're probably a bit of a dick. You know, over here, at least. I don't think people outside of Britain use it in that context, so I can kind of like... I don't really pay much attention to that, but... Yes. Yeah, it's not quite on par with that, but you're not too far away. You know, it's like the light version of that word, but it's still pretty insulting. It's not a word that you want to be kind of throwing at someone, because people will get upset over it, and sometimes people throw hands over it. So, yeah, you know, not a word we like to be using over here.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
And the waitress, I presume she is...
You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Hold on, just give me a second. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I just had to tell my boss to stop being a lazy shit. Did she have any particular features you can identify her by?
Particular features, a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up to her, you know, she's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature that you recognise about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
Murphy said no, I know I can see. Just give me a second. Okay, there we go.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You got to keep yourself together.
I guess I got a bit carried away.
God, there's something I don't recognise about her too.
He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggey Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, These are the features that you recognize about the defendant. I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure, sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose. Her apron straps were loose. Get pressed. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. Yeah, as if you wouldn't remember that. Objection. Yes, Hart, basically. Yeah.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right, I can even tell you the colour of the ribbon in her hair. Red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
I think this is a stretch, chat, because Ace Attorney logic, but her ribbon is orange. It's not red. However, I don't want to push Ace Attorney on that because Ace Attorney runs on cocaine logic. So, yeah.
There's no doubt you remember the waitress pretty well.
What should I do? I get the feeling there's more to this somehow. Ask about the... Save there, just in case. Save Scum Kaiose is back. Yes, we are so back, chat. We're so back. Ask about the straps. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that? Of course he saw the waitress's back. You know, a nicely sort of proportioned and musculatured back is... I'm just waiting for the flagship to fly in at this point. What? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the fascination? Fascination?
Objection!
People have all kinds of fetishes, Tried. We don't need to embarrass the witness.
Yeah, don't kink shame the poor old bastard.
Listen, you young upstarts, I've got some sick strap fetish.
Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated to the waitress's straps.
I said I haven't got a strap fetish. Ow. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo. And make it strapless.
Maybe kink shaming is his kink.
Do you think old Sadie really saw Maggey do it?
Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there.
But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress.
I guess.
She makes a good point, though. Hey, did you say something clever?
I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggey. I don't think it was. I'm certain it was not.
That's what we have to figure out, Nick.
Let's see if we can get the rest of the detail.
Objection!
Ask about the waitress's back. The identifying features you described are all things you'd see from the back.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
He's just looking at her ass.
Ah, he's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe something. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure.
This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hold of it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
Wasn't anything that caught me interest when I saw her from the front.
We'll save. We're going to press on that. We're going to mating press this old man. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we won't do the mating press on the old man now. Alright. What even is a mating press? Is it like it's a wrestling move, isn't it? Is it like a spinning pile driver? That's what a mating press is, isn't it? It's a spinning pile driver like Zangief style. Alright. Thank you for establishing that with me, chat. Good. You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yeah?
No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down.
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This is turning into a matter of pride from CD now, I guess. I think we need to present Maggie's profile. I just said I'm going to make the old man Pregante. Huh. I mean, I'm not going to put too fine a point on this, but like, the guy who became Pregante at the start of the film Alien, he was in his 40s, maybe his 50s, right? Ow! The guy from Alien was in his 40s and 50s. He still wound up Pregante. It's not so strange, alright, chap? It's not so strange. So he said that there's no identifying features, but the thing is, like, she's got glasses. Like, the first thing you probably notice about her from the front is she's wearing glasses, right? It's the first thing I'd notice because, you know, Megane are chef kiss. You know, real cute. I'm going to try it. I'm not convinced it is this, but at the same time, he didn't see her face. That's the thing. He says he didn't see her face. No, he didn't see... I don't think he saw her from the front at all. But if he'd have seen her face, he would have said, there's glasses. So the fact he's saying there's nothing... You know, what was it he said? Let's just check his statement again there. There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. If he saw her from the front, he would see the glasses. I mean, this is very much me self-inserting into his brain. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, right? She has glasses. Am I cooking this right, chat? Am I overcooking this? I don't know. We could be overcooking it, I suppose. Got a dip, haven't... Yeah, no worries, Ara. Hope you have a good evening. Look after yourself as well, alright? And I will try to survive this through guile and skill. And I'll probably fail horribly at both those things. Alright. Let's try it. Nope, it's not that. Alright, understood. I thought it was a shaky theory, let's be honest. So there wasn't anything about my interest. Oh, wait. It's not her glasses. It's the mess on the apron. It's the mess on the apron. I was thinking about it in terms of, like, he's too attracted to, you know, like... I was thinking about it in terms of, like, what was the pervy old man going to notice? I neglected to remember that her uniform is fucking filthy. Mr. Kudo, I'd like you to please take a look at this.
Yeah, that filthy thing was filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
You ever seen this before?
Of course I have. Do you think I forget something as dirty as that, huh? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been nearly silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before... Yeah, you know I'm getting it. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops.
Witness.
You can't just oop your way out of this.
Ah, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Triton, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggey Bird.
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison in the coffee cup, this old guy was watching.
I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing.
Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. Can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember. Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
About the victim.
It was another of those pesky young times when a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand and a noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
Okay.
The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are we going to handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel?
I suppose, but it's what I do best. Yeah. Do you remember that time when we did Turnabout Samurai and we bullied the child just because it felt good? Yeah, that was a good stream. That was a real good stream. This makes you sound like such a horrible person. Spectacles.
Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish, that's why I remember him so well.
He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. But I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. No, it's a scouter. It's a scouter. His boss is, like, if we meet his boss, if his boss is not Vegeta, I will be very unhappy.
He seems to be wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some to rival Mr. Gono's sharp appearance.
Ah, we better come up with something sharp and quick.
Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Okay. Noisy brass, eh? The newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
That young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting, huh? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with that rustling going on? I need to find out if Guston Braun retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know something, why don't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for, huh? How dare you judge me?
Ow!
Guston Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway.
Okay. So he's listening to the wireless.
The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. I'm using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
What are you looking at that for, huh? How dare you feel sorry for me?
Ow! Excuse me.
Kind of hurt.
Okay. Hold it. You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right?
You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go. Isn't that right?
Maybe.
What does it matter if I saw her from front or behind? My eyes don't lie.
Ow! This is like... See, Phoenix is suffering the same way that I do when you fuckers throw things at my head. Don't take that as an excuse to throw things at my head. Oh, you're going to throw things at my head now, aren't you? Oh, God. I've let myself in for it now. His free hand. Ah. Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before? Cloth ears. I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand was it, you moron?
Ow! Uh-oh. Give me a second, chat. Just checking something. Nope, we good? Alright, cool. I had some problems with my internet earlier on today, and something just happened with one of my stream monitors. I was just checking to make sure that everything was still up. But no, it seems like we're good. It seems like we're good. Okay. Okay.
Perhaps the great Mr. Tritus has 3 hands.
Yeah, I was only asking. I need to gang up and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss.
I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh?
Anything will do. Even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake in his hours. Okay. So he's picked it up with his right hand and took a sip. He said he had the paper in his right hand. Is that what he just said? Let me refresh myself on that. He was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, so... Yeah. I feel like it's this. I feel like it's that, but let's try it. Because look at the crime photo. Now, look, if he's got the newspaper in his right hand, the cup and the handle are by his right hand, so he's picked up the cup with his right hand. His left hand is not near the cup. Like, the way that the cup has fallen, it's like he's picked it up with his right hand, so I'm going to try that and see if that gets us anywhere. Alright? However, you know what's going to happen first. We save the game, we scum it like a true lawyer. Don't look too much into that. Any other lawyers in the chat, please? It's not! Oh no! I overcooked it. Alright. So he's picked up his... Hang on. It's actually not that. I thought it would be, but alright. So he's picked it up with his free hand and he's taken a sip. Let's have a look at the other statements. Hold on. The other possibility, he's ruptured his eardrum. He's ruptured his eardrum. Right. His left eardrum ruptured the day before the incident. So how's he listening to the radio? Should I try that? It's not that. Okay. Oh, okay. This one's... See, the thing is, this one's not obviously bullshit, but at the same time, there's enough potential answers that are feasible that I'm actually having a bit of trouble with this one. He's listening to the wireless. His left eardrum ruptured the day before the incident. It's not his thing. Prescription bag, which is empty. The serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. What am I looking for here? That's the question, is it? What am I looking for? Is it a profile? Is it a evidence present? That's the question, isn't it? That's the question. What am I looking for, chat? Give me a clue. Any clue will do. Any clue will do right now. We need one small contradiction. So he had a newspaper in his right hand. Maybe it's the crime scene photo on this? Nope, it's not that. It's not that. I mean, it is a contradiction, because he's saying he's picked it up with his right... He's saying that he's been reading the paper with his right hand. He's very clearly been holding the cup with his right hand. But that's not what the game wants, so... What am I looking for, chat? Help me out here. What am I looking for? Is it a profile? Is it a present? I mean, maybe the cup? Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. We don't know which finger. It's a present. Okay. Okay. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Okay. I suppose that we could ask, like, which... We don't know which fingerprints are on this. We don't know which hand the fingerprints have come from. That's the problem we've got. That's the problem we've got. Doodles in victim's handwriting. Left by victim, doodles in his handwriting. Ow. Maybe it's the paper then. Let's try it, I guess. No, it's not the paper. It's not the paper. Okay. I'm struggling with this one. It's a present. Let's go through all the evidence then. So, magazine clipping. Don't think it's going to be that. Sports paper with doodles. Okay. Job listings. Don't think that's relevant. Lunch special. Maybe not. John's loan contract. Don't think it's that. The scooter. I don't see how that's relevant. Glenn's autopsy report. Not relevant, really. Blueprints of the crime scene. X is the victim's seat. So he's there. Then we've got Victor is somewhere over here. This one's hard. I'm stumped. So let's go back over the whole thing again. So he's wearing a pair of broken spectacles. He's got a newspaper in his right hand. He keeps rustling the pages. Okay. He's listening to the wireless. You remember that well. The serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. He's picked up it. So from what Cyber said, it's evidence. Like when I said, is it a profile or a present? Then you know it's come through as a present. So I assume that that's an evidence presentation. Hold on. Hang on. He's just said that he saw her sprinkle something in, but he's just said, should we try it? No, it's not that. I'm really struggling with this one, chat. I can't work out what the game wants me to show. Like, it's a piece of evidence, but it's like which point do we present on? He's picked up the cup with his free hand, so he picks it up with his left hand. He takes a sip. But the thing is, we don't know. We don't know what hand he's picked up the cup with. We've never had that established. I don't get it. I don't get it. And we're starting to veer into the point where... Is this going to be cocaine logic or something? Is it random bullshit go time? I think it is. What? How's it the cup? Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trag? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. Gah! What is this? Kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yeah, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But the photo also... See, this is where I think the series kind of falls down a bit, right? And I'm going to make this criticism because... What did I say about the photograph? Let's have a look at the photograph, right? His right hand is outstretched, but you could also see his right hand is what, like, you can see his right hand is where the handle of the cup is, right? So the photograph actually already proves that he wasn't holding the cup with his left hand. But the photograph was wrong, which made me think actually maybe that's, you know, that's not relevant. When it turned out to be completely relevant. It's just the game's gone about it in a really kind of weird way. And I think that they should have made it account for that. You know, it's not right that one works and one doesn't, because the photograph should have worked there. The photograph is really categoric in proving that he was holding it up with his right hand. And yet somehow it's still wrong. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, moving onwards. Bow! Well, Mr. Kudo, the court's waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Ah! Kudo said he was holding the paper in his right hand in Statement 2. Yeah, and I tried to present the photograph on Statement 2 and it didn't work. Because the photograph proves that he's holding the cup in his right hand. The photograph proves that he's holding the cup in his right hand because let's go back to it a sec. So look at this. Look at this. Notice there's no handle there, there's no handle there, there's no handle there. The handle must therefore be here, which is where his right hand is. Right, that's where my logic was, is the photograph really clearly shows it's his right hand that he's used to hold the cup with. But the photograph was incorrect. That's why I'm saying that it's not accounted for properly, because the photograph proves what we've just said to the court, but the game didn't accept it. That's where it's kind of gone, oh, really? Because it's one of those cases where both should work, but only one of them has done. But because I got the correct one incorrect the first time, I've gone away from the correct point and thought, well, what am I supposed to be proving here then? That's what I mean, you know, it's led me down a pathway where I've had the right answer, but the game telling me the right answer is wrong has led me away from the right answer. It doesn't make any sense.
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from. Wait! You think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell her I'm mad? You're wrong. Don't care about a dirty coffee cup, I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? The old brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question, I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young up on you, spiky-head Yaron fault.
Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
Excuse me. Oh god, his voice is quite hard to do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but...
Sure, why not hear a little more?
Mr. Goddo.
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. Ah, no worries, Hades. Enjoy your food. Thanks for swinging by as well. So, this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
Left hand or right hand? Okay.
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too.
How could he be wearing the earpiece on that? He's got a ruptured eardrum.
And used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
He can't have done. He can't have done.
We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. They don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts in good old black and white.
I think I see the contradiction on this one immediately. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of as the green lens of his specs. Now the contradiction is if he is wearing the HMD over his left eye and he's wearing the earpiece on the same side of the green lens, he can't hear anything! Because he's fucking deaf in his left ear. If your eardrum's ruptured, you can't hear jack diddly fuck out of that ear. You know, your ear is fucked. I'm gonna just, like, I'm not even gonna bother pressing him. I'm just gonna present this immediately and see if it works. Get fucked, Victor. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but, Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pretty pigeon. Order! 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 This witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Goddo? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. He's a man after my own heart. Like, actually, I mean, let's take a second just to talk about that, because I normally take my coffee black, but that's largely an issue of laziness, because what I do is I get my 4 tablespoons, chuck it into my 800ml cup, add my hot water on top, and the coffee is just there to serve a need. The need is to caffeinate me. But sometimes I'll put milk into it, because I like the taste of coffee with milk. I like a latte. My favourite type of coffee is flat white. Like, I'm kind of basic in that regard. I like cappuccino, I like latte, I like mocha, but a flat white is normally my preference. Just, I like the taste of it. So milky coffee, actually, I don't know if I'm with you on this one, Goddo. However, we'll run with it. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, you call me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down, I know I'm right. The lad drank his Jarvachino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly, the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand, and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Would you say I like it a latte? A little latte. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Objection. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Goddo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony is to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Blurgh! Beautiful. Coffee everywhere. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Does you have to be so frank? Say that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Who's saying hold it? Is it him? Wait! We'll stop now. Where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's across his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? You're looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say? One final showdown. The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all a chance. You knew what if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 60 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet. Much, much quicker.
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, youngster.
Get the picture, just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds.
Okay. First of all, I want to stress this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javagino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, huh?
You did?
Is that all? Ah, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You doubt me again? You doubt no poor defenceless old man? No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lip, Nick?
Yeah.
So what, probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're bird brain, that's what all you can do is think of. Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. Final showdown.
Alright. Let's see. Hey, Ara. So we had our first moment of cocaine logic in this case, and then we immediately had a contradiction so obvious that we didn't have to press anything at all. This case is trippy as balls. This case is trippy as balls. Alright. So, the young boy slumped over his table as soon as he took one sip of his coffee. He upset the vase. He upset the vase. Did he, Victor? I think this is what we need to press on, but... A vase, you say?
Ah, there are vases and old tables in that place. There are accidents waiting to happen, they're practically begging to be knocked over.
Well, he's right there about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase.
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define... Get it. Heard it break. I heard the sight of it burn into my memory as clear as day.
It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table completely soaked. The thing is... A photo of the scene taken from near the kitchen. There's no broken vase. The vase is intact. And it's also not knocked over. If the vase had fallen over and broken, why is it there? Why is it there? That's the question. Right, chap? I'm going to try and play this. I'm pretty certain it's this. Right. I don't feel like I even need to press this poor bastard. It is the photo. Wow, Victor, you're fucking useless. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
Huh. So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact. Lost your tongue, Grandad?
I'm not granting yours up, Scotch.
Ow!
Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah! What is it now? I just remembered something.
Yeah, go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
Kudo, you're a fucking idiot.
Ah, well, you see, yeah. It started me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. Must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
I don't think that's how. Let's review the evidence, chat. Mr. Kudo got startled by the young man falling over and dying as the waitress brought him the cup. I don't think Mr. Kudo was doing wholesome things underneath that table, chat. How do I put this? I think Mr. Kudo was having a wank.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Ah! Wait a minute. If that's the case, I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else. Don Don.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of this courtroom.
Wait, listen to me. He just wants to be noticed. He just wants to be noticed, the poor old pervert.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we've heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup the victim supposedly drank from his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you did it!
I therefore require both the defence and prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Notice me, Aji-san. 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 Yeah, you see. Let's put this in chat for the benefit of YouTube as well. There we go. I can chat across both chats now. Actually, it's kind of cool. Like, watch this. Watch this. What's this? Yes, Your Honor. Wait for it.
There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor.
The witness we just heard from, he most insists that his testimony should be of use, so he summarised it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Kodo's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Kodo's.
Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony, like a 5-year-old's apology.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Alright, we got 3. Hold on a second. Just give me a sec, chat. Alright, there we go. Good. I was just like, no, you don't get away with this, Nep, you little shit. Oh, okay. Oh, do you want to know something? I had an A10 for fucking ages. My last phone was an A10. I've got an A50 at the minute. A10 is actually a pretty reliable phone, actually. It's a good choice. You know, it's like a sensible choice. It's not too expensive. It's not too powerful. But at the same time, it does everything you need a phone to. Right? Okay. Also, uh-oh. No. Ow! It was the Fringe Weaver as well. Amazing.
So how do you think the trial went this morning?
How do you think it went?
Well, I got a bit crazy in there. I just wondered if that killed our chances.
And I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee.
All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron straps and the ribbon.
And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured.
Talk about a terrifying case of contradiction-itis.
Used a shoddy off-brand phone for all of high school, your sister took pity and you got an A10.
That's not too bad of a thing.
That's not too bad of a thing. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh?
Yeah. We gotta find one for Maggey or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty.
Yeah, so like slightly happier news. Like thinking about like relatives and whatnot. My wife has a form to potentially get a permanent job where she's working temp at the minute, which would be fucking excellent if she got it. Like, just from the point of view of us being comfortable again, at the minute, for the last year, for like the last at least 9 months of the 12 that have just gone by, it's just been me running this house on my income alone. It's been a hell of a thing to... It's been a hell of a learning experience, I'll tell you. We've been fine. But if she gets a permanent job again, then it means that it opens things up so much for both of us. I might like get her something nice to celebrate if she gets it. You know, like maybe a 50p chocolate bar or something. Yeah, I think she'd like that. No. Maybe I get her something nice like a bottle of gin or something. She likes gin. Okay. So, any ideas? No. I don't need your ideas, Maya. You're kind of an idiot. A cute idiot, but still a bit of an idiot. Alright, let's head to the detention centre. I guess Maggie's still in question.
But we got questions to ask her too.
You got to meet with the job agency at 8 AM tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is too early. I mean, the thing is, tomorrow for me, I am going to be awake from 5 in the morning. And then I'm probably going to be going to sleep. Like, we've got a stream tomorrow night, so I'm probably going to sleep like 11 o'clock again. 5 AM on a Thursday is normal for me. Excuse me. Keep it down, Maya. This is a playground, you know. Yeah, the thing is, like, 5 AM... I on a Tuesday and a Thursday, I wake up at 5. I go to the gym for 6 AM. The gym opens at 6, so I'm at the gym for when it opens. And then I normally get home around about sort of 7, 7:15. Watch a couple of episodes of Weeb Shit. Then my working day begins at 9, right? Okay. Should we go to criminal affairs? See if Gumfuck's here? I forgot about the pink trauma. Oh no.
Looks like Gumshoe's not here.
Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow.
You think?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge.
What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing, quick. Get your all station server.
Chief, quit playing on the internet.
Oh, you pen pal. Lee Asian princess.
I can't believe the chief is doing cyber sex with a fucking debate.
Sorry for lads, I'm turning it off now. No, the Asian princess.
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh?
Keeping busy, more like panicking if you ask me. Something going on, something big. They're under cyber attack. They're getting cybered. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. See, I know what that entails. Like, I grew up on the early days of the internet. If you get cybered, that means you're about to get yiffed. You can trust me to know what terminology means, children. Yes, I'm a good source of knowledge. I'm a reliable source of knowledge. Not like that silly old Victor Kudo. No. Right. Okay, we're back now. Wait, no, we have to go to... I guess we're going to go through the detention centre then. Alright, let's go to Tresbayen. Let's go to Tresbayen. You haven't heard it referred to as cybered for so long. And to head off the next question, no, that's not where you got your username. See, I mean, I would have just expected it to be more like... Did you ever see a cartoon called Reboot? I think it was the first CGI developed... Like, the first full CGI kids cartoon show. That's the kind... Yeah. So, when I'm thinking about, like, I kind of portmanteau cyber adventure, you know, cyber adventures, and that's what my brain comes to, is like, it's like a game inside of Reboot. You know, the player has put a game in, and Bob's going into the game to play. That's kind of... I mean, I could be ass wrong with that, but that's where my brain has gone to. Oh, nice! Excellent! My deductive skills have come together perfectly.
Empty as usual.
Yeah, it's lunchtime too. Is this Gumshoe? Let's see. That's... Come on. Who's this? Hey, that sounds like...
No, just call it 8, pal. Come on, I know you can.
He's getting really worked up about something.
Oh, it's the wrong number.
Unfortunately, as soon as cyber fell out of use, the abbreviation CV became more online known as... I can't say those two words together on stream. I can't say those words together on stream. I'm not... no, I won't read that. They became more known online as redacted, so there's no respite for me. I think that's too much internet for one day, chat. I think that's just too much internet for one day.
Yeah, looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a rip-off.
What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio?
Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here.
He is.
He's having the twin tea set. And just give me 1 second, chat. I'm just going to try something. Does that work?
It does. Yes, excellent. What can I say?
I just realised that I can, like, my Twitch chat is down in the bottom left. My YouTube chat is next to me. They were reversed in OBS, so I've just swapped them around. My OBS controls look absolutely crazy now. It's really, really quite cool. All right, Gumshoe, tell me about CV, I guess. So, did you like the twin tea set?
I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for $20, I guess, I don't know how to describe it really. It was like liquid ass.
Delicate.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you?
What's the matter with him?
Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realised it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad.
Oh no.
It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid $20 for it, you know.
Maybe you should have found out the price after he'd finished eating.
Hey, Nick. Maybe that's why Glenn Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set.
It's by fierce, you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glenn Elk, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy.
Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here?
This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggey in the eye now, pal?
He really drove her into a corner, you know.
You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days didn't you do it today?
I mean, the thing is, Gumshoe, there's a way around this. You don't have to look Maggey in the eye if you hit it from behind.
Yeah.
See, chap? I got those solutions. I got those solutions. You know it. Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Ow! Ah! Why? What did I do? What did I do? Was it something I said?
Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimony's like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese?
Would you have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyways, case we've been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggey say anything to you? About me, I mean.
Well, how'd she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again.
But Maggey, if he hits from behind, you don't have to see him. You see? Smart, Shinsu. Smart.
Something like that.
Ow! Oh! I'm going to get stuff thrown at my head every single time I say things like this, aren't I?
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Oh, what is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick.
Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. He's literally doing the, the Von Karma. So what were you all excited about earlier? Oh, that's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the daily exercise show.
of all the motherfuckers who had to betray me with one of these fucking things. Right, this lunch special's lobster sure is great.
And why are there tears in your eyes?
You think I can instant break it? Alright. I swear, chat, if any of you motherfuckers clip this, Gumshoe, I fuck you with the magic truth rock. Stick it up your ass. Chop it off. Oh, God. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing of it, I'm not going to tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to the lottery ticket. I'd say the lottery ticket. That's my guess. That's my guess. Here we go. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big just like Glenn Elk did. It's like you can see right through me. I've cracked him already? See, pal. That's why I said it was nothing. Oh, God. Excuse me 1 second, chat. There we go. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone on the lottery?
So, how'd it go?
I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a license book. Oh, so bad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elksey. Hold on a second. There we go. And they got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on air. It's intense, pal.
Well, I bet that's what Mr. Egg was listening to on the day he was killed.
Ah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And the lottery results always broadcast at the same time. Ah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Okay. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30. So the program runs until 1:40. Understood. You ain't stuck for me to be slacking in Discord. That's very true. Thank you for the support.
Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick.
And buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay, so we've extracted all the information out of him that we can. Let's present the ticket to him, see what he says. Apparently everyone's listening to this show now.
That's because everyone wants money.
They say that the victim, Glenn Elk, was really into gambling.
Yeah, he can't beat gambling. I love it too. I won $500 last night playing cards with Nick.
What? We're playing for money?
Of course. So you better pay up.
You're a smart one, waiting for a cop to be present before asking for the cash.
Did we just get extorted by our own fucking paralegal? Little shit. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go to the kitchen. Bonk. Is he here?
Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone.
Oh. We've got a sleepy goth. What voice does she get, I wonder? She looked kind of like half dead. Okay.
I'll be back next month. Oui, naturalmente. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. None. I will have everything ready. I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. None. Stop it. I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Mice, none. This is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
That's literally woman net, complete with the brain damage. Oh, I feel so attacked right now. But yeah, you're right. I think the bit that makes that so funny is the complete with the brain damage comment. Like, just for context for people who don't know, I do have a traumatic brain injury, and yes, it is permanent. So that comment is very funny to me.
Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh, none. You do not have to worry. You worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Oh. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
Wow, she is just like me for real, for real. Hi, Hades, you just got to see the woman version of me. I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. Are you trying to, like, flirt with Phoenix?
There. Oh, oui, that feels good.
Yeah, Hades, you've just returned to see the most accurate French person.
Ugh!
Oh la la! Excusez-moi, monsieur.
My eyes! My eyes!
Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need the oil of sandalwood.
Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
None. You are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, none? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme.
Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is tray. I just want people to think that my restaurant was exclusive.
But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays?
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgot that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya?
But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me.
So who was that woman you were just talking to?
Oh la la, you saw that.
Well, yeah, sorry.
So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise.
Now I think about it. Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having.
You think so? Well then, let's show them that piece of evidence to see what happens.
Ah, okay. I see. The name is the problem, it's misspelled, you idiot. It's... hang on. Like that. Is that how we should be spelling the restaurant name? La Imbécile. We're just honning for the sake of it now. We're just honning. We're actually full on Hon posting. I'm sorry to anyone who's just come into the chat. I'm talking French. Hon. It's perfect. C'est magnifique. C'est magnifique. I am la great at speaking la français. British person speaks French on Twitch. Internet goes fucking crazy. Suddenly another 100 Years War. Excellent. We love to see it. Your ears. Okay.
So long as the ad paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with the broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. They kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? My bien, sir. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with? Dong! Oh!
None. I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with la salade garniche.
Why does he look excited about that? Oh no. Oh no. This is why no one likes Armstrong, isn't it? It's not the presentation, it's not even the being French. It's because he's into that. Suddenly 2-3 is looking kind of... Sorry, 3-2 is looking kind of nice about now. 2-3 is still looking kind of good, but... No, 2-3 is mostly looking good because Mo is a G. Like, if I'm honest, like, I meme a lot about 2-3, but 2-3, you know, Mo, I like Mo. I'd like to see Mo back again. I'd much rather Mo than this person. It's mostly the presentation. No, I think it's because he's into, like, the eating thing. I've just established this. I've collected all the evidence. Objection, he's into that shit, and we're going to kink shame him for it right fucking now. Alright? Good. Ugh. I hope it doesn't mean that it'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right?
Ah. Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
I was almost certain we were going to get a donk. I was almost certain we were going to get a sudden colouring version of a donk. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's...
Why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in le debit. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh?
No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills.
The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from?
Oui. Tender lender, it is called. Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, we get a bit more than that, thank you very much.
So, Tender Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case.
Okay.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me la money, I have to pay it back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who's this he? La tiger.
Cobra. Leopard! Hang on, I'm just gonna, tiger. Cobra. Leopard! If you get that joke, very well done. It used to be 236A, 46A, 46A. But they actually simplified the input, so you can literally just hold 6 and then hit A as you're going forwards. Wait, is it? No, it's not A, it's C. It's 236C. 236A is Gustav Buster. I fucked myself. I'm never going to be able to show my face on Knives Mean Purgatorium again. Damn it.
A tiger?
Tiger Lily, but he's a nice fellow. That's true.
Oui, he is la manager of the Tender Lender, a terrifying man
La big city mobster. I misread that as lobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of la battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? You misread it as lobster too. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, none. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have a spiky air, just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose? Uh-oh. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Attender Lender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some. As long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer, but just beyond Vitamin Square. Alright, looks like we're going to take a suppository then. Not, I mean, multivitamin up the ass. I've tried worse things, I guess. Hey, Gumshoe. To Vitamin Square. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Ooh, we get to turn into Wawa. Okay, I'm down for that. Tender Lender. Win through compromise. Interesting. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, it's me! It's me, but girl. You're here to discuss a loan? Not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. Why is that? Is that an ashtray? I thought it was cocaine. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'll be okay? Of course. No, coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Well, that desk is solid gold. Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. Alright. I mean, she might be creepy and, like, look half dead, but she's kind of cute. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean walking around? Well, the design's gross to start with. It's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, back at Trebien. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's put a chain on this one. Win through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That. Ah! That's Tender Lender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Oh my god, it is a pimp coat. Oh god, so here's a story for you, chap. I used to work at a nightclub, right? And if any of you I don't know how it is on the mainland, but in the UK, there's kind of like a toilet attendant culture. You go to a big nightclub, and you would normally expect there to be an attendant there who will try and basically offer you a spray of perfume for tips, right? It's actually a very good way to make money. Like if you get a job doing it at a big nightclub, you could really make some money doing that, because people will go in there And, you know, the slogans that these guys tend to use is normally something like, freshen up for the pussy. You know, they're banking on young men wanting to get laid, right? That nightclub I worked at, one of those guys made so much money, he had that coat. He literally went into work with this coat with what I presume to be a zirconia-crusted cane, and he had the pimp hat as well. Man looked fucking majestic. Like, I mean, you know, kudos to the guy. He made bank doing that shit. He made bank doing that, and he let everyone know that he made bank doing it. But because of that, you know, he came to have this reputation where people are like, if you get sprayed by this guy, you know, if this guy gets you sprayed, you're going home and getting laid. Sprayed so much perfume, he became a pimp. Yeah, he got a reputation as the guy who, if he sprayed you, you were getting some that night. You were getting some that night. And, I don't know how these urban legends spring up, but I thought it was kind of, it's a funny recollection. That nightclub was a very fun job to work at. It was a really fun job, actually. I enjoyed it a lot.
Hey, look at this. This suit is the same colour as the one you wear, Nick.
The same colour as my suit?
Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly, otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you, understand?
Would I pet creepy girl? That would be telling.
Oh, I'm scared, Nick.
So? What were you getting so excited about before?
Look, on the label of this suit.
That's an attorney's badge.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
Oh, wait, look at this thing. It's made of paper.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognise an obviously fake badge when they see one? What's this?
Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Darama, I think.
Oh, yeah, I remember Takeshi's Castle where they had Darama. Yeah. I remember.
I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering.
You mean you aren't making up stuff for a change?
Ha! I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's called a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know.
Did that guy really impersonate Phoenix with a literal paper-thin disguise? It certainly looks that way. Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Ooh.
Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light. That's insane.
The car's registered to the Cadaverinis.
So that's not even the Tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Paid by Tigray to the Cadaverini family. Okay. Hi, what happened with Objection? I think that, well, we've managed to escape the French for the time being. So now we're just back to plain British objections. Welcome, by the way, Manuel. Welcome. So we've got some paper. Why is there an ashtray on the floor?
Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything.
I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning it was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How'd she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Wait, hang on. Oh, the actual objection.lol. They should still be there. Hold on a minute, let me have a quick look. Let me just check my page quickly. Hang on. Give me a sec. No, that one's there. That one's there. If you mean the actual objection.lol website, I don't know. I haven't been on it for a few weeks. The videos that I made with objection.lol, such as our VTubers cringe. How's our VTubers cringe got 162 views? What the hell? Where's that come from? Last time I checked it, it was like 50. All right, I'll take that. No, it seems to be working fine for me, if I'm honest. I might have a look at it a bit later on, but yeah, I didn't realise that I did an objection.lol about you farm views with an auto clicker. Oh, I'm wounded. I'm wounded. My heart. Oh, I die.
Oh, hey. There's a box of matches.
Matches, huh? Most places don't give these out much nowadays. Wait a second.
What is it?
I've got printed on it. On its cover, it says Trebien. Okay. These matches could come in handy. Am I able to use them?
Yeah. The pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. But yeah, the objection.lol that I made, which is just called Our VTubers Cringe, somehow 162 views. Which is crazy. I'd kind of forgotten that people were still watching that, but I guess that people must think that VTubers are actually cringe. Spoiler, we are cringe. Maybe the algorithm is playing nice with you. The algorithm is French. That's not a joke, by the way. He is French. His name is Romy. Or Remy, I think. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, the algorithm is a tiny little French dude with Ableton Live and a laptop. That is not a joke, by the way. He literally is. You can YouTube it and everythking. What's up with the CD player? There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, so I wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into.
Have you finished the coffee?
Ah!
Yeah, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee, it was laced with something. I wasn't sure of it.
Nick, my stomach is killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. You better take a look at that CD while I'm still alive and have a chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger?
It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber.
What?
This must be the CD Maggey told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
No way. That one will make us drink more coffee if we do. What? That's a lot of A's. Gargura has arrived at the stream. Let's just summarise what Gargura has just said in my stream. Right? The shark from Hololive has just come into my stream and she has said... Ah. No. Could you imagine? Could you imagine someone from an agency like Hololive checking out someone like me who is literally just a little guy? No, it's never going to happen. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. I mean, it'd be kind of hilarious if it did, but... Oh, wait, that's the point, actually. So I'm just going to go out on a slight limb as well. But Taco was saying that she might open up Scrunklies at some point. Like, five Ko-Fis or coffees, however the fuck you pronounce it. I might get myself one. Like, when I get some free money, I might just, like, slip her $10. Like, yeah, Scrunkle me up. You know, she's a very good artist, actually. I'd very much recommend that you guys follow her. Yeah, give her a follow. Let me just... I know Ollie has been checking some indie VTubers stream at one point. Yeah, I think I'm saying... Actually, no, I'd be terrified. Ollie is the holomem who terrifies me the most. And do you know why? The reason that Ollie terrifies me so much is because she is very obviously an extremely powerful sorceress. How is she a very powerful sorceress? Have you ever seen her math streams? I'm sorry, but no one who is not a massively powerful sorceress can do that with numbers. They just can't. All right. She terrifies me. Anyway, let me just do... Is it shout out? Yep. And then I think it would be... hold on a minute. Let me just try this a sec. Right, yeah, there we are. Yeah, let's just give a shout out to Taco there. There we go. Yeah, so go check Taco out at some point. Ah! Very, very good bean. Ollie's just a maths nerd. No, I mean, Ollie's a sorceress. Ollie does terrifying things with numbers that no mortal can ever dream of. Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you still snooping around my office for?
Nothing with...
My precious carpet! You've got ash on my rug!
Every engineer is a sorceress. No, I mean, every engineer dies instantly as soon as they enter a building that is not theirs. I've played enough Command and Conquer to know this, alright? As soon as an engineer goes into a building that does not belong to them, they die, but they change the paintwork just as they die. That's all an engineer does. Yeah, and he gets converted. They Wallala. They're basically priests. They're basically priests with hard hats. They are OSHA-compliant priests. Yeah, they are OSHA-compliant priests. That is what an engineer is. All right, chap? For anyone watching, if you are an engineer, yes, you are a priest, but you're OSHA-compliant. And you might even be forklift certified. And that's sexy.
You gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door.
It wasn't us.
You wanna argue with me? Is that what you was doing? You think you can stand me on? I'm gonna flatten you stealing your pancakes and turn you into my new rugs.
Ah!
Oh. Don Tigre, you're back.
Oh, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and...
Oh, she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Oh, we get to do it. We get to do the most classic New Yorker voice line.
Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. Ain't gonna get mad at you. It's too cute to hear you.
That's so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Phoenixwright.
Yeah?
You see the crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me? I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
Huh, but I don't care. Nobody gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a...
No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Like you'll want to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either.
The espresso.
Ah!
And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? I'm going to look at the desk. That's one impressive desk on one impressive leg.
It's solid gold, Nick. Gold! Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that.
Would you really want such a shiny desk, though?
I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled.
That's because it's completely dazzling.
I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's going to be really distracting.
So the desk isn't practical. Not surprising there. So we've looked at everything, basically. Yeah, there's not anything extra in here we need to examine. Okay. Let's talk to the hot goth. What? She cute. Look, she cute. She's just a little brain injured. She's still good. She's still good. She's just like me. I'm just a little brain injured. I'm still good. I'm still good. I mean, I say I'm a little brain injured. I'm a lot brain injured, but that's kind of by the by. All right. I mean, if you want a bit more detail in terms of my brain injury, I know I've told you guys the story about this before. Let's just run over it for the people in chat who are maybe a bit newer. You remember the game Soul Calibur, right? You remember Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast from 2000, right? So, do you remember Astaroth, the really massive bald guy with the huge fucking axe? So me and my friend were in the woodlands imitating Soul Calibur like sensible young gentlemen. And he was being Astaroth. I don't remember who the fuck I was being. He had a massive tree trunk in his hand, like an actual log, and part of a tree, like the roots of a tree as an axe. He swung it overhead. I tried to dodge it by ducking. No, it split my head open like a fucking watermelon. It made, you know that sound in Half-Life when a corpse just gibs everywhere? That noise. Imagine that noise, and that was my head. And ever since then, severe photophobia. I can't deal with natural sunlight at all. I have to wear sunglasses year round. I have to wear yellow glasses if I'm in the office or under any sort of bright light. And if I'm driving at night time, I have visual snow all the time. So my vision always looks like I'm seeing through an analog TV that's not tuned to a channel. Like, you know that sort of black and white fuzz that you get on the TV like that? I see that all the time on everything. It doesn't stop. I thought this was normal until about 5 years ago. And yeah, if you go to Wikipedia and type in visual snow, let me just put it in the chat for you. That's the condition. If you look at it on Wikipedia, there's actually a very good GIF that shows you what it's like to have. And the other thing is, it left me with a really severe aversion to temperature. So I can deal with like moderate temperatures quite nicely. Any extremes of temperature, I suffer like fucking crazy. It's mad. It's mad. But yeah, let's talk to Brain Injury Chan here. So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for writing for at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We give you more coffee. Strong coffee. From the hills of Colombia. The Duncan Hills. We'll wake you from a slumber. Going for a cup?
I think I've missed a line there, but you get the Metalocalypse reference, I hope. Right. I think I'd rather skip down.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre. Furio.
Tigre. So that's where the tiger thing's going.
Cineop's got a real name. Nick, hurry up and find out more about him.
Okay. He's 42. Interesting. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre.
Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Do you think there's like fingernails in there or something?
Oh, go ahead, Nick. The honour is all yours.
No. Ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to...
Alright. These cookies are probably very good, poor Violetta. Yeah, she's cute. You saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened. Hold on, do we have any more information on her? A thoroughly bitter person. We don't know her age either. Interesting. Saved your life? I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctors said to abandon all hope. I guess they're expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you got that bandage around your head? This? Dong! Bam, 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 bam. It's coming, isn't it? What's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? I just suffered one myself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you died once. Fuck! God damn it! Ma'am? 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 Oh, she really creeps me out, Nick. Same here. We've got to find out the truth. We'll have to come back later. Alright. Let's go speak to some people then. Oh, the tiger's here. Literally quoting the solution. Alright, fine. There he is. Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this, and this, and get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, man. What are you doing, Maya?
Gah.
Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet it really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hold on just a sec, chat. Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeon. Gah.
Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
Out with the demons. In with the good fortune.
Ow! Seeds, shell splinters. Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Amazing. I love his theme. I actually love his theme tune. It's fucking brilliant. It summarizes him so well. Oh, beautiful. We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay. Today's trial. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Gah, everyone will be talking about me behind me back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside. You can't remember a face, a filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
You listen to me, boy, I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some black powder in that young lad's Javachino. And another thing, the young labour was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lenses of broken spectacles.
I'm really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Alright, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-head brat. Take this. Correction.
You said you were a craftsman, right?
Gah, the modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time at Shogun's. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. Sorry, just give me a second, chat. I'm just checking something. Just give me a sec, give me a sec. There we go. Is it still working? No, we're still good. We're still good. Oh, that's fine. I wanted to stick my fingers up that Dribbin' judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection.
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were younger?
I don't think that's quite it, mate. I think he's just in a bad mood. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside. It's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling out, we might never show him. What should I do? Suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then. Of course not, you idiot. All good for now is running errands.
Errands?
One takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some breadcrumbs. Take the dog for a walk, Grandad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? When people say what they mean, get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't.
Wait a minute. What did you say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Trebien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yeah, I did. The very day that young brat were poisoned. What? I heard that dong sound and I thought we were going to get fucking locked again. So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi. You call la police.
Calm yourself, I should have said back. But I didn't think of it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Gah! Do I look at one of those newfangled thingamajigs? When I'm looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
Couldn't find one right away, you know. Wanted around 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened... Yes, sirree. The owner at Trebien were on his own. Why do you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd give me the chance. You all bully me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggey was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Ah!
Oh, sure. You go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon shite instead, huh? I need to get more details on what exactly happened. From Maggey and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay. So, just level with me a sec, chat. I think we've got, like, probably about half of this investigation plus then the last day of trial on this. I think I'm going to wrap things up there for tonight. We've got a good lead on to the next thing. So, yeah, let's just pull over here a minute. I realise this is a weird place for us to end this stream tonight. Please don't think I'm just, like, bailing out. But we've been going for almost 3 hours. You can probably hear my voice is starting to struggle. So, I'm going to just call it there. Rest my voice for the rest of the tonight. I think we should go on a raid, though. Like, we've got quite a few people here. So, I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube first because we can't raid from YouTube. So, YouTube, guys, cheers for hanging out with me. I will see you very soon. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing Epic Battle Fantasy V. Please stop by for that. Till then, YouTube, farewell. Love you.